5 powerful coffee additions to boost male performance after 50. All right, gentlemen, let's have some real talk this morning. If your mornings, and I think we both know exactly what I'm hinting at here, aren't what they used to be, you need to lean in and listen close. You're already pouring that crucial first cup of coffee, right? Your ritual, your fuel. But what if I told you that adding just a few simple, natural ingredients to that exact same cup could fundamentally transform it? Transform it from a basic wake-up drink into a powerful blood flow optimizing, energy-sustaining elixir actually supporting your vitality all day long. And yes, even those reliable morning situations you might be missing. I'm Dr. Emily Carter. Over the last 12 years, I've dedicated my life to helping men just like you navigate the sometimes frustrating, often confusing world of performance and aging. I've heard the concerns, seen the struggle, diagnosed issues in thousands of men. What I've learned? Sometimes the most potent, game-changing solutions aren't hidden behind a prescription pad. They're sitting right there, waiting in your kitchen cabinet. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain, showing you 5 simple additions you can put in your coffee. These aren't just internet rumors or feel-good fluff. Everything I'm sharing is supported by actual, peer-reviewed medical research. And more importantly, these are the exact things real guys, my patients, have used to successfully reignite performance, energy, and overall confidence. Before we dive in, do me a favor. You're here because you want real answers, so hit that like button right now. It helps this vital information reach more men who need it. Drop a comment below. Tell me where you're watching from. I love seeing how far this community reaches. Why plain coffee isn't enough after 50? Look, I love coffee as much as the next person. That cardiovascular kickstart wakes up the brain, gives an undeniable mental edge. But here's the brutal truth about plain black coffee when you're over 50. It's a spike and crash machine. It gives a big jolt. Your heart races, brain lights up, but then inevitably, you crash. Reaching for cup number 2 by 10 a.m., battling the dreaded mid-morning fog. Biologically, while caffeine is a temporary vasoconstrictor, narrows blood vessels slightly before a temporary boost, it's not doing the single thing to address deeper age-related issues truly mattering for male performance. Your testosterone is gently but steadily declining. Blood vessels are getting stiffer, less flexible, a condition called endothelial dysfunction. Your body's natural nitric oxide production, the absolute master switch for blood flow and healthy circulation, is dropping fast. That quick caffeine hit is like putting a tiny Band-Aid on a gaping underlying wound, temporarily masking the problem. We need to stop using coffee as a simple alarm clock and start using it as a vehicle to deliver premium fuel your body now requires. Think about it. Your body after 50 is like a classic high-performance machine. You wouldn't put cheap regular gasoline in a vintage sports car, would you? It needs the premium stuff. The beautiful thing? You can transform your coffee routine into a daily, simple act of proactive self-care, using ingredients you can find at any regular grocery store. This is about making an existing habit work smarter, not harder. Why this matters: the dignity factor. I want you to understand the gravity of what we're talking about. In my 12 years of clinical practice, I've had deep, honest conversations with men from all walks of life. CEOs, truckers, teachers, grandfathers. Every single man I've met agrees the loss of reliable performance, the dip in energy, the lack of that spark takes a profound toll on a man's dignity, confidence, and emotional connection to his partner. It's not just a physical problem, it's an emotional and quality of life issue. Many pharmaceutical options have side effects, are expensive, and only address the symptom, not the root cause. My mission isn't to replace medication. It's to help you optimize your body's own incredible potential. These 5 coffee additions, rooted in a strategy I call vascular vigor, target blood flow, hormone support, and cellular health. They empower your body to do what it already knows how to do, just with a little natural boost. Let's turn that coffee cup into your daily power-up. Get ready. We're counting down 5 essential ingredients you can literally put in your coffee starting tomorrow. The 5 coffee power-ups. Number 5. The Spice Rack Regulator, cinnamon. I'm not talking about dumping half a jar of that stuff you dust on toast. We're talking a quarter to a half teaspoon. And not all cinnamon is created equal. Crucial distinction here. You must try to find Ceylon cinnamon, sometimes labeled true cinnamon, not the far more common cassia cinnamon from the grocery store. Why? Cassia has high levels of a compound called coumarin, which can be tough on your liver if taken daily. Ceylon is gentle and potent. Biological explanation: blood sugar regulation. Cinnamon is nature's incredible blood sugar regulator. Studies show it can dramatically reduce fasting blood sugar levels. Why is this huge for male performance? High, erratic blood sugar, even if you're not diabetic, is like sandpaper on your arteries. It causes a process called glycation, where sugar literally gums up and destroys tiny microscopic blood vessels, the ones smaller than a human hair, first and most critical to bring blood flow to necessary areas. Cinnamon's polyphenols smooth this out. Keeping sugar levels steady means less arterial damage, better, more reliable blood flow where it counts. Emotional effect: steady energy. Plain coffee gives that jittery spike. Cinnamon slows caffeine absorption just slightly, delivering much more balanced, sustainable energy throughout the day. Guys tell me they feel less anxious. No jitters. No reaching for a second desperation cup. That stabilized energy translates to a more stable, confident demeanor. Practical application: taste and history. It makes your coffee taste like a cozy, sophisticated beverage you'd pay $7 for at a cafe. Cinnamon, often combined with coffee, has been used for centuries in Mexican and Middle Eastern cultures. They figured out the benefits long before we had fancy labs to prove it. Number 4, the natural nitric oxide booster, unsweetened cocoa powder. Forget sugary hot chocolate. We're talking pure, dark, unsweetened cocoa powder, the kind so rich it's almost black. Just 1 teaspoon stirred into your cup. You might be surprised how much this simple addition does. Why cocoa? Flavonoid powerhouse. Specifically loaded with compounds called epicatechin and catechin. Biological explanation: the master switch. These flavonoids do something absolutely critical. They directly boost your body's production of nitric oxide. I cannot overstate how important this is. Nitric oxide is the master switch for healthy circulation, a signaling molecule telling smooth muscle tissue in blood vessels to fully relax and open wide, creating a massive influx of blood. One study in the Journal of Hypertension showed men who consumed cocoa daily had blood flow improvements comparable to some medications, without the nasty side effects. We're talking a measured 30% improvement in how well arteries open up. Emotional effect: mood and focus. Cocoa contains natural compounds like anandamide, often called the bliss molecule, the same chemical your body produces when you're in love, and phenylethylamine, a natural mood enhancer. You're not just supporting your body, you're literally helping get your head in the game. Half of performance is mental, right? Practical application: sugar-free mocha. Turn your standard coffee into a delicious, sugar-free, guilt-free mocha. If you find pure cocoa too bitter, add a tiny splash of a natural non-sugar sweetener like stevia or monk fruit. Remember, don't use sugary hot chocolate mix. It defeats the entire purpose by spiking blood sugar. Number 3, the Andean adaptogen, maca powder. This one's a little more exotic, but stick with me. Maca root has been a staple in the high Andes mountains of Peru for thousands of years. They call it nature's vitality booster down there, but it doesn't work like a quick fix at all. It works sustainably. What makes maca unique? It grows at 14,000 feet in extreme conditions, making the root incredibly resilient and nutrient-dense, packed with 19 amino acids, vitamins, and minerals. Biological explanation: hormone support. Maca is an adaptogen, meaning it helps your body adapt to stress and maintain hormonal balance. Crucially, it doesn't add hormones to your body. It helps your body make more of its own naturally. It seems to work on the hypothalamus and pituitary gland, the master controllers of your entire hormone system. A 2009 study found men taking 2.4 grams, about 1 teaspoon daily, for 12 weeks reported significant improvements in desire and overall vitality. Because it supports your body's natural production, the effects build up slowly and sustainably over time, not as a sudden jolt. Emotional effect: The lights are back on. The effect men notice most isn't an immediate physical change. It's a profound feeling of clarity, focus, and renewed motivation. One of my patients, a 54-year-old teacher, told me, "It was like someone turned the lights back on upstairs. Everything just felt clearer, and I had desire for life again." That restored sense of self, that feeling of dignity, is priceless. Practical application, flavor, and type. Maca adds a slightly nutty, almost butterscotch or malted milk flavor to coffee. Definitely unique, but most people get used to it quickly. Pro tip: yellow maca is the mildest, usually best to start with. Black maca is generally considered best for maximum energy and stamina. Start with just half a teaspoon and work your way up over a week. Number 2, the essential hormone builder, coconut oil or MCT oil. I know what you're thinking. Oil and coffee? Yes, and it's a game changer. When you blend just 1 teaspoon of coconut oil into hot coffee, it creates a creamy, rich drink, keeping you feeling satisfied and energized for hours. The science here is simple and vital. Biological explanation: raw materials. Testosterone is made from cholesterol and fats. If you've spent years on a low-fat diet, you might have been accidentally starving your body of the essential raw materials it needs to manufacture hormones. Coconut oil provides medium-chain triglycerides, MCTs. Unlike other fats, MCTs are quickly processed by the liver and immediately converted into energy, like premium jet fuel for your body. One study found men consuming MCTs had measurably higher testosterone levels than those consuming other fats. You're feeding your body the good fats it needs to produce more of its own precious testosterone. Emotional effect: sustained clarity. This is the secret behind the bulletproof coffee trend. The fat content dramatically slows down caffeine absorption. Instead of a chaotic spike and crash, you get a steady, gentle, hours-long release of energy. Incredible mental clarity. No 10 a.m. brain fog, no desperate reach for a sugary snack. This sustained energy provides a feeling of control and mental sharpness, directly boosting confidence. Practical application: the texture trick. You have to blend it. Stirring just leaves an unappealing oil slick on top. Use a small electric frother, an immersion blender, or just a mason jar you shake vigorously for 30 seconds. The result? A creamy, latte-like texture that tastes amazing and keeps you full until lunch. Warning: if you have digestive issues, start with half a teaspoon. Your system needs time to adjust to processing that much fat in the morning. Number 1, the rocket fuel for circulation, ginger. The final ingredient, and perhaps the most underrated. Whether you use a thin slice of freshly grated ginger or just a quarter teaspoon of the powdered version, this is rocket fuel for circulation and testosterone. Gingerols and shogols, the active compounds in ginger, are powerful anti-inflammatories and potent vasodilators. They open up blood vessels. Biological explanation: the testicular shield. This is the truly fascinating part. Studies suggest ginger can actually increase testosterone levels by protecting the testicles from something called oxidative stress. Think about it. The testicles are constantly under attack from heat, sitting all day, stress, and normal metabolic byproducts. They need to be a few degrees cooler than the rest of your body to function optimally. Ginger helps protect these critical production centers. A 2012 study showed a remarkable 17.7% increase in testosterone after men took daily ginger supplementation for 3 months. Researchers believe it works by increasing luteinizing hormone, which signals the testicles to produce more testosterone. Emotional effect: a warm kickstart. Ginger doesn't just wake you up, it wakes up your whole system. It adds a warm, spicy, invigorating kick to your coffee. Like the difference between a gentle alarm clock and a fire alarm, gets the whole system going without the shock. This feeling of being warmed up and vital translates to physical and mental readiness. Practical application: the warning. 1/4 teaspoon of powder is plenty, or a thin slice of fresh ginger. Fair warning: ginger can be intense for some sensitive stomachs, so start small. Make sure to take it with food. It can also slightly thin blood, so if you're on prescribed blood thinners, please talk to your doctor before adding ginger to your daily routine. The Lazy Man Starter Plan, 5-second fix. Okay, you're probably thinking, am I supposed to turn my kitchen into a mad scientist lab every morning? That sounds exhausting. Absolutely not. The goal is optimization, not complication. The key to making these habits stick is simplicity and consistency. The starter combo. Buy 3 of the easiest, longest-lasting ingredients: Ceylon cinnamon, unsweetened cocoa powder, and maca powder. The prep mix. Equal parts of all 3 powders in a small jar or container. Keep it right next to your coffee maker or kettle. The execution. Every morning, scoop 1 level teaspoon of this pre-mixed blend directly into your coffee cup before you pour the coffee. Stir. Done. That's it. You get 3 major benefits in a 5-second routine. You don't need all 5 ingredients on day 1. Your body needs time to adjust, respond, and truly benefit. Start small. Don't expect miracles overnight. Pick 1 ingredient right now. I recommend starting with cinnamon because it's so easy and universally palatable. Commit to adding it every morning for the next 30 days. Keep a journal. Use phone notes or a simple piece of paper on the fridge. Each day, rate your energy level 1 to 10. Note anything unusual: mood, focus, workout performance, and yes, those morning situations. I'm betting you'll notice a difference significant enough you'll want to continue. Final words. You are worthy. Gentlemen, please hear me when I say this. If you're struggling with energy, with performance, or with just feeling like your vital, strong self, you are not alone. This is a natural part of the aging process, but it is not a final sentence. Media and commercials want you to believe that if you're over 50, your only options are expensive, complicated, or surgical. That's simply not true. What we've discussed today isn't about some quick, temporary fix. It's about honoring your body with the nutrients it needs to thrive in this new phase of life. It's about taking back control. It's about respecting the powerful machine that has carried you through decades of life. These are small, simple, empowering changes. They don't require a doctor's visit, don't cost a fortune, and integrate seamlessly into a habit you already have. You are worthy of feeling energetic, confident, and vital. You deserve to walk through life with your head held high, full of dignity and confidence. Age is a journey, not a destination of decline. Your morning coffee doesn't have to be a simple habit. It can be a daily, purposeful act of reclaiming your vitality. These 5 additions, cinnamon, cocoa, maca, coconut oil, and ginger, are your natural allies in the fight against age-related decline. Backed by science, supported by tradition, proven by real men in my practice. You still have the power to experience incredible things. Your body is still capable of amazing performance. Sometimes it just needs a little natural, concentrated fuel from the kitchen cabinet. Tomorrow morning, when you're making coffee, remember this conversation. Remember you're actively choosing to upgrade your day, your body, your confidence with just a simple addition to your cup. Drop a comment below. Tell me which one of the 5 ingredients you're going to try first for your 30-day experiment. Your choice might inspire another man on the fence. If this information helped you, gave you hope, please hit the subscribe button. I share new real talk health and wellness strategies for men every week. No judgment, no embarrassment, just practical stuff that actually works. Share this video with one friend you know could benefit. Sometimes the best thing you can do for a friend is give them information genuinely changing their day-to-day life. Until next time, this is Dr. Emily Carter reminding you, small changes lead to big, dignified results. Stay strong, gentlemen.